What a night in UEFA Champions League where Bayern taught PSG football lesson as they bond them out from that particular competition. Welcome you on the show, 360 Sport on Trust TV. I am Adeniyi Ajishafe. We'll start from the home city before we talk about Champions League. Let's talk about CAF Confederation, where Rivers United vs Motema Pembe match will be holding today in Akwa Ibom. That's in Uyo precisely at Gosua Pabio Stadium, where they'll be fighting for honor in the CAF Confederation. That is our story we're looking at as we talk about CAF Confederation there. Well, they were supposed to play against Motema Pembe yesterday, but that game was actually postponed due to the fact that Pembe did not show up and due to some reasons known to themselves. But right now, that match will be coming up today. I hope that it will hold in favor of Rivers United. Let's look at that story. CAF Confederation, Rivers United versus DC Motema Pembe holds today in Uyo. That match also come up yesterday, but due to one reason or the other, for the fact that the team they are facing, Motema Pembe from DR Congo, couldn't make it to Nigeria at the time they were supposed to play that game. But right now, that game will be coming up by 3 p.m. today, where they'll be fighting out against themselves over there at Gosua Pabio Stadium in Uyo. I have in the studio Jide Olushola. Good to have you, Jide.
Yeah, good morning. Good to be here again.
Well, we're talking about this particular story there. That's CAF Confederation. Rivers United against Motema Pembe supposed to come up yesterday, and Motema Pembe was not on site. We couldn't see the club, and right now, but we learned that they are already here, and they'll be playing against Rivers United by 3 p.m. today in that particular encounter. If they have played yesterday, let's say, assuming Rivers won, they will have been topping it, but right now Musa actually topping because they played their match. So Rivers versus Motema Pembe will be coming up today. Well, do you think it's intentional?
You know, sometimes, you know, in African football, we play mind games, or we use dark arts of football, you know, just to, you know, weaken the morale of the opponent. So I wouldn't know the plans of the Congolese side, this in Motema, why they refused, why they did not come. They knew that the game was yesterday. It's the schedule, it was planned. So why did they refuse to show up until, you know, why they refused to show up? So, you know, something like that could have can also kill the morale of Rivers United, because they were ginger, they were prepared, you know, just you're prepared for a match already. You have gotten to the stadium, but you're not seeing your opponent. So automatically you will switch off. So, but then this Congolese side, they know what they are doing, so they're fired up. And because, you know, the first leg they lost at home, of course, Angola was their adopted home, they lost. But then they are looking forward to see how they can be able to come back from that deficit and see how they can, you know, get back to the top. But then by and large, I still believe that Rivers United will do
the business.
Yeah, the business, because they're Nigerians, and after going through what they've gone through as Nigerians, of course, they're ginger, they're motivated to see that they get to the top of the table. But what happened is just simply African football politics playing out. That's all. African
football politics, but really, a lot of people were a bit disappointed for the fact that maybe, you know, a walkover could have come in. But I'm sure exactly,
because I was expecting probably CAF will release a statement.
But I'm sure maybe Motema Pembe quickly reach out to CAF, the reason why they couldn't make it logistically.
That's why I say African politics. Because there's no way you say you are not prepared for this game. This is something that has been in the works for over 2 weeks. You already know where you're going to play your next match in. So why would you say logistic? They have no excuse. Yesterday was Wednesday. They could have been Nigeria since Sunday or Monday to train on Tuesday ahead of the game. So they can't see logistic was the issue. So look at Rivers United. I think they still went to Angola. They still went to other countries to go and play that. Why did they not say maybe there was the cloud was bad, they could not fly? Of course, you can use road, but I'm just joking anyway. But it's just politics, that's all. So they know what they are doing actually. They do.
Okay, we've been talking concerning the CAF Confederation match between Rivers United versus Motema Pembe that will be coming up today by 3 p.m. A big one there, even though Motema Pembe refused to show up at the right time. They also played that game yesterday, but right now they'll be playing that game today. Whichever way they want to play it, we are very sure that Rivers United will triumph in this game. They really need to show class in this particular group. Talking about CAF Confederation score there. Quickly, we talk about the UEFA Champions League, a big one there as as it happened just yesterday. Bayern Munich becoming a thorn in the flesh for the likes of PSG and Barcelona. Anytime they meet, they are really becoming a nightmare to them right now. Let's look at the stories. Conte at crossroad as AC Milan extend Tottenham Hotspur trophy drought. They were hoping that maybe they could go further in this particular competition, but right now they lost again, and the man at the helm of affairs talking about that's Antonio Conte, and Tottenham looking for trophy now. It seems it's actually drying up.
You know,
for this season.
AC Milan, of course, they are the falling giants, but the giants are now coming back to the scene. You know, AC Milan, they've been out of Champions League for a very long time. But there you can't still compare the pedigree. Yeah, I know that the players are different anyway, but you can't still compare the club pedigree of AC Milan and Tottenham. That history still plays out because AC Milan, of course, is a giant when it comes to European football, even though they are falling down in the past. But still, Conte was brought in to revive the fortunes of the club. But unfortunately, he has not been able to get the goods done for the club side, and he was hoping he was going to get at least the quarterfinals, by defeating AC Milan. But then the AC Milan, you know, the falling giants, they've woken up. That's just it. And I know that they will try to see how they can extend their winning runs. You know, and we are seeing they are performing very, very well as well too in the Serie A, in the Italian league. Of course, they are rubbing shoulders with Napoli and everything. And we saw, of course, last season, of course, you know, they've been doing very, very well in recent years. So it's not time for them to, you know, bring that form, that their Serie A form, onto the European stage, and I think that they're doing that. So it's a pity for Conte that he has the trophy drought for
Tottenham Hotspur continue.
Of course, this season is out for them. They can't win any trophy again this season. So maybe they'll try again next season.
Next season, well, from the way it is right now, it seems Antonio Conte, in fact, while he was being interviewed, he was already calling on his own sack stylishly that maybe they will let him go this time around.
So every coach, you are as good as your last game, and every coach is there, you know, to bring trophies, win for your club. And knowing who Conte is a serial winner, but he has just not been able to find that mojo with
Tottenham Hotspur.
In every other club he has gone to, he has succeeded. Chelsea and Juventus, and he has succeeded. He has won trophies. No matter, even though it's a classic trophy, he has won something. But with Tottenham, he has not gotten, because it's even surprising because he has coached Chelsea, which is an English team, and he won trophies with Chelsea, the league and everything, but he has not able to get that with Tottenham. Even the FA Cup, you know, he has not gotten that with Tottenham. It could be because of the players. Maybe the players are not gelling with his system. But then he might be calling for a sack, because he might be expecting that they can sack him anytime, anywhere, because he has not delivered for them. But I still believe that Conte will remain in the dugout for Tottenham, at least for the next one season. For the next season.
Seriously?
Yeah, because which good coach is out there right now that they can employ? None.
Okay.
When I mean good, the A-class, grade A coaches, none is available at the moment for them. So you just have to stick with Conte for the time being.
Well, seriously, Antonio Conte. Well, Tottenham Hotspur, aside the fact that it's even Conte, they've not been I don't want to use the word lucky now with trophy.
That's maybe, I guess the players are not just. Maybe he has not gotten the kind of players that he needs that can, you know,
because the closest trophy that could have come was the one they sacked Jose Mourinho.
Just a day or 2 days.
Just a few. Let me even use hours. They could have won that particular cup. No matter how difficult it could be for Tottenham Hotspur, I'm sure Mourinho could have instilled that winning mentality.
Just Mourinho hardly loses finals. Yeah, he can't get to a final and just lose the final. So, in fact, to me, I see Jose Mourinho as the architect of the modern Real Madrid now, because when he came on board, he was able to, of course, throughout his period, Madrid was not getting to the semi-finals of, you know, for the first 3 seasons he was then. You know, he instilled that winning mentality there. Now you can see exactly what he's doing now in AS Roma. Yes, even though they've not been doing so well in the league, but when it comes to, of course, they're playing in the third tier African European competition. But we see that they won the first edition. and they're doing quite well on the European stage. So you can see the winning mentality that someone like Mourinho brings. And Conte also has that. He also brings that winning mentality. But I think the players last season, I read a report whereby a son said he fainted. I mean, he was tired of. He got exhausted with Conte's tactics, his training tactics, because he put them through rigorous drills, to make them extraordinary fit. So I think the players are not just adapting themselves easily to Conte. Conte is an Italian. I know Italian football is very, very physical, but the players are too soft for his kind of tactics, and it's not just working out for him.
It's not just working out for Tottenham Hotspur there. We've been talking about that match they played against AC Milan, where they were burned out of this competition. And then the goal, let's look at the results and also the aggregate of the UEFA Champions League matches that were played yesterday. Bayern, although we're talking about Tottenham Hotspur now, 0-0 they play, but AC Milan won on aggregate of 1-0 as they won the first leg. They've done the business while the sun was still shining. And good one for AC Milan, Tottenham Hotspur. Well, Bayern, PSG. It was a game that a lot of people were looking at. Maybe PSG will be able to turn this around this time, but it never happened again. Another round of 16 exit for PSG, the team that play over there at the Parc des Princes in France. They lost 2-0 against Bayern. Gnabry and also Choupo-Moting being able to score and making it 3-0 aggregate-wise. First leg 1-0, second leg, that's Oman away. They are kind of they are the husband of PSG now.
Funny enough, former PSG stars, they scored those goals for Bayern, both in the first leg and the second leg. But it's just unfortunate that PSG. I think that their club is not. They're not meant to be European. Europe. Champions League is not meant for PSG. Sorry to say about that, because they have the best. They have some of the best players. You have Neymar, you have Mbappe, you have Messi. Of course, the World Cup winner in your ranks. You have another World Cup winner. Also, Mbappe too is a World Cup winner. In your ranks, and you have very good players, but they are not still getting the goods done. That means there's something wrong somewhere. And there's something about. Of course, we all saw we all read what Thomas Muller said. He's always happy when he plays against Messi. He says he finds it easy to play against Messi at all levels. Why he finds it difficult to play against Cristiano Ronaldo. So now he was happy seeing Messi, of course, in that mode of Barcelona. We know kind of if Bayern sees Barcelona, it's almost a walkover for them already. And so he was happy. He was even the man of the match yesterday because of what he did. Control the whole game against the almighty PSG. So it's just unfortunate that PSG they're not meant for this competition. That's just it.
Well, let's see how it goes now. Let's look at that story that has to do with PSG there. Well, PSG project fails again. We're looking at that story. PSG project fails again as Bayern proved Champions League pedigree. Well, from the way it is, we just have to look at this particular story alongside Vincent Okara over there in England, who will be joining us from London concerning how he feels concerning this match. Vincent Okara, are you there? Okay, we're talking about UEFA Champions League, where Bayern PSG ended in favor of Bayern again, and it seems right now Bayern they are becoming a thorn in the flesh of Barcelona and also PSG. How do you see that game?
Yes, I think they ended that game in the first leg, because when they went to France, when they went to Paris, they went there to win the game. So and they finished the ball first leg. And yesterday I wasn't surprised at all. For 3 consecutive seasons now they've been winning them. So I wasn't surprised by the result yesterday. But I was a bit disappointed with PSG. They didn't play well according to what I would say. They didn't do well at all. They went there with a tactical error. They were supposed to go all attack, all defense. But yesterday, I think they were skeptical about what they were supposed to do. I actually blame their coach. When you go to Bayern, when you go to Alliance Arena, you attack, because they are definitely going to attack you. But I'm not surprised. But I'll give it up to Thomas Muller for consistency for the past 15 seasons. It is not easy. A very good player. I'm coming out as man of the match yesterday. If you want to win Champions League, it's not about individual players. It's a collective effort. When you look at what other teams have done, like Atletico Madrid, who have played previous 2 or 3 final, the Dortmund when they were playing the final, even the Porto as of 2 or 3 when they enter the final, it's a teamwork. It takes time to build a team that will play in Champions League final. So PSG, they should go back to their drawing board and Neymar or Mbappe go by. It's a teamwork. It's not an individual effort.
It's a teamwork, it's not individual game, but really, aren't you thinking that PSG seems to always fall around this round of 60, although they managed to move on last time, but really, from the way it is, that project they are actually pursuing to get the UEFA Champions League done, it's not working for them.
It will take time, and they need a coach. They need a reliable coach that will spend like 3-4 seasons with them consistently. They don't need to sack. They just they sack Pochettino, bring on Christopher Gutier. It's going to take a time, maybe 4-5 seasons. Yes, but if they expect any miracle to come and win Champions League, nobody has ever won Champions League in his first or second season. So you have to come work with him, have your own team. Forget about the star. They want to make PSG a galactic, but it's not going to work that way if you want to win Champions League. The best you can get, win your domestic league, but Champions League is a teamwork. You cannot just come and get a result in Champions League to just again. It's a teamwork. They need a good coach, and they need time to adjust or adapt and know themselves better. That's Champions League for you.
Well, it's even actually a very tough one for PSG right now because I still don't know what they are lacking. According to you, they said they need a coach. It means Christophe Galtier is not man enough.
It's not an experienced coach when it comes to Champions League.
But even before Galtier came, they've been struggling to get to win this particular coveted trophy. I'm talking about PSG now.
Yeah, why not PSG? They have all the money. Why not go for Mourinho? Mourinho is a very good coach. If Mourinho handle that PSG team for 3 seasons, they will see different. They need an experienced coach. Go there, win just one Champions League for them. The other coach will come, they will emulate from there. They need an experienced coach. That is just my opinion.
An experienced coach. Okay, can you cite one now?
There's no any available coach on the market. But when you have money, you can always woo any coach from any club.
Why did they call back their former coach, Thomas Tuchel?
I think Tuchel is a better coach compared to Christopher Gutier.
Okay, we've been talking with Vincent Okara joining us from England there. While we're looking at that, let's talk about Tottenham versus AC Milan. Vincent, from your own side, Gide has actually mentioned his own. Let's hear from you. What do you think is really wrong with Tottenham Hotspur? It seems trophy is eluding that particular club. Is there any issue concerning it or the normal football cause that you normally call it?
Even after turning on he was a striker. But the thing there in Tottenham is Conte came in with a different style. Entirely. It's an Italian coach. They always try as much as possible to make that player work hard. They're actually working hard, but I think English player, and I think the crop of player in Tottenham right now, the work or the work rate for them coach is too much. I think they are tired. Son have come out to also say specific thing about how they train, the stress they go through just to train. I think that one is also affecting them. And maybe Tottenham, something is wrong somewhere. For trophy wise, something is wrong. I don't know.
What do you think? What do you think is wrong?
Tell you it's a cause, but I think that with the reputation of Antonio Conte, what he has been doing from the previous club is coming from always winning trophy for them. Something is wrong at Tottenham. And a news coming in from London as of 15 minutes ago, they're in a closed door meeting with their chairman, Daniel Levin, a no-nonsense man. So we don't know what might come out of that meeting. It might be a sack. So it's possible. But with Antonio Conte pedigree, I don't think we should sack him, give him some time, because he's a very good coach. He has proven himself everywhere he's coming from.
The same patience they have with Jose Mourinho, the same Daniel Levy as chairman. Let's just see what will be coming out from London. After all, you just said 15 minutes ago, news coming in from London. You are there with them, so you know what's happening. Well, good one. Were you part of the meeting? Okay, good one. We're talking about our own. After all, you're still in Nigeria. And Rivers United in CAF Confederation. They ought to play yesterday, but they'll be playing their game against Motema Pembe of Congo DR today by 3 p.m. And a lot of people were hoping that that match would have given Rivers United that edge. But now, could it be a might game that Pembe actually played against Rivers United? From you, Vincent.
They've done their job in the first leg, so for the second leg, it's just a walkover match. For me, it's just a walkover match. Playing at home in front of their fan again. Akwa Ibom is not far from Port Harcourt, so they are still playing at home, even they are not in their main ground. So I think it's a walkover match for me. They are definitely going to win that match.
Okay, now let's move away from UEFA Champions League as we talk about Watford. Yes, Watford right now, after getting off Stephen Bilic there, they got Chris Wilder now as manager. Do you think Wilder has got what it takes to turn things around with Watford, Vincent?
They just employ him, a 55-year-old Englishman. He was always going to different clubs, Middlesbrough, Sheffield United, Charlton. Has been, but they are always sacking him. But I don't think him as a good coach that will take Watford up to where they want. Though they are 4 points adrift for playoff, this thing, ninth on the table. But if they are lucky enough, yes, fine. Lucky is in football, yes. But I don't see him as it's not good enough for that Watford job right now for me.
Well. Good one there coming from Vincent Okara there. Let's turn to Jide in the studio as we take this story. Club Brugge actually, they've sacked their own coach. Now that's another story we are looking at there. Club Brugge sacked Scott Parker after 12 games. He was appointed just 3 months back and now he has been sacked. That's the story we're looking at. Club Brugge sacked Scott Parker after 12 games in charge. Well, from the way it is now, Scott Parker has been booted out from this particular club.
It's just unfortunate that it's a young career, you know. It's just been sacked everywhere.
Fulham,
he's just been sacked. You know, he was a very good player, of course. One of the
with Newcastle United.
Yes, I loved him when he was doing his playing days. But I think his coaching career has not gone up the way we expected. So it's almost in the same mode as Frank Lampard as well. Too. They were good players in their days, but they've not been able to translate their knowledge in football, you know, to the dugout. So he's not been playing. It's not been smooth for him, and it's just unfortunate that after 12 games, he has been sacked. But then probably he has to go back to school, you know, to go and see how he can increase his knowledge, upgrade himself, to see what he can do right. Yes, he's still a young guy. He's still very young, so he will learn from these experiences so far, and to see how he can upgrade himself to become one of the best coaches. It's not easy because it's easy to be a player, but very difficult to be a coach. So I pray for that he gets over this and he gets, you know, better offer somewhere else.
Gets better there. Scott Parker being sacked by almost all the club he has actually joined as manager. We leave that particular story. Let's talk about a player called Kamavinga. Manchester United are right now offering, they are ready to offer 130 million euros. That's 115 million pounds for Real Madrid midfielder Eduardo Camavinga. You can hear that, Vincent, and Camavinga is becoming a big player right now. The Man United are ready to offer 130 million euros. Do you think he will leave Real Madrid for Man United at 20 years old?
In football, anything can happen when it comes to money. When it comes to money, financial stuff, if Man United can decide to give me a long-term contract that's for £2 to £3 million, and anything can happen in football. So when it involves money like this, it's a very young guy, very good player for that matter.
At 20?
It definitely adds a squad depth for them. And but I don't think he's starting the Manchester United that midfield. But anyhow, he's a very good player anytime that would a flair or anything to any big European team. It's a good one for them, but I don't see it going to Man U. We can't leave Madrid for Man U, except the money thing is involved. So it's a very good player.
Okay, good one, Vincent. Let's hear from Jide, a Madrid fan. I know you're a Madrid fan. You will not want Camavinga to leave your club.
No. He can't leave because he's the player for the future for us. You know, Toni Kroos, Modric, they're getting old. So he's learning from the best in the midfield. So he can't no matter how much they offer him, he will not leave Madrid. He actually wanted to come to Madrid. He fought. He told his agents, get in the Madrid deal, and of course he's here and he's doing very, very well. Yeah, he's a World Cup silver medalist. It's his first time in the World Cup, and he goes to that stage. He's a Champions League winner. So he's
World Cup winner.
Exactly. So he has everything going for him at the moment. So I don't think he can go to Madrid, to Man U, and of course we will not release him. If they offer him 150 million euros, we increase it to 170.
Seriously, what if they offer 170?
We increase it.
What's the way to go when you see a very good player like Camavinga, Eduardo? You don't want him to leave your club. It's been a wonderful time with Jide Olushola. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
And also Vincent Okara from London. Thank you for joining us there.
Always my pleasure.
Okay, good one. I am Adeniyi Ajishafe. Sport is always business and fitness. Thanks for watching.